Hachette Audio presents The McCullagh Inn in Maine. Written by Jen McLaughlin. Read by Erin Bennett. Foreword. When I first had the idea for BookShots, I knew that I wanted to include romantic stories. The whole point of BookShots is to give people lightning-fast reads that completely capture them for just a couple of hours, so publishing romance felt right. I have a lot of respect for romance authors. I took a stab at the genre when I wrote Suzanne's Diary for Nicholas and Sundays at Tiffany's. While I was happy with the results, I learned that the process of writing those stories required hard work and dedication. That's why I wanted to pair up with the best romance authors for BookShots. I work with writers who know how to draw emotions out of their characters, all while catapulting their plots forward. It's been fun working on The McCullagh Inn in Maine with Jen McLaughlin. She wanted to weave a suspense plot through this otherwise peaceful story of redemption, and I think she did a top-notch job of blending both of those two worlds in one cohesive piece. Our heroine, Chelsea O'Kane, is stubborn, strong, and a little rough around the edges, but when she becomes reacquainted with her soulmate, Jeremy, you'll get to see her heart soften, and it's a pretty spectacular view. James Patterson. Chapter 1. The sickly, sweet scent of dying roses drifted over me as I backed down the driveway, moving too quickly to check for traffic first. My heart raced faster than the engine of the stolen Volvo XC90 as I stepped on the gas. All good plans allow for improvisation, right? My fingernails were digging into the wheel. I forced myself to relax. There was no room for weakness, for panic in my life. Not anymore. Whatever lay ahead was guaranteed to be better than what I was leaving behind, and it certainly couldn't be worse than what I'd already survived. I took a deep breath and held it as I ran a red light, feeling more alive, more like myself than I had in years. A horn blasted, and I gripped the wheel hard. It was a miracle I didn't break my swollen knuckles off at the joints. I was temporarily blinded by the oncoming headlights, and I instinctively stepped on the gas, tensing as a truck headed directly for my door. The lights veered left, and the pickup skidded off the road and into someone's yard. Not my fault, not my problem. I never wanted it to turn out this way. Sure, I saw the writing on the wall, kept a bag packed, and made contingency plans. But I was supposed to just disappear, vanish into the night, be an unsolved mystery. Instead, I was going to have to spend the next couple of days fleeing for my life, hoping no one put two and two together. If I could just make it to the inn. I screeched onto the on-ramp for I-95 with the scent of burning rubber filling the car, but I didn't slow, not hesitating as I headed toward safety. North. I wouldn't stop until I reached the one place where I knew I could escape. The same place I fled from years ago, with dreams of being something, someone else. I was older now and wiser, and I'd learned people never change. My current circumstances proved that point. All you could do was play the cards you were dealt. No one would think to look for me in the sleepy Maine town I'd once called home. I'd sworn never to go back. Sirens wailed at a distance, and I eased up on the gas pedal, forcing myself to obey speed limits. The last thing I needed was to get pulled over right now. Once I put a little more distance between me and Miami, I'd find a rest stop, change my clothes, and wash up. Dyeing my brown hair could wait until I found some hole in the wall to stop at for the night. I'd go blonde. No one would expect me to go for that color. I hated blondes.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?